Hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine.
And E.
That's right, and it's time for
Story time. We're back. More fun, more questions, more story time.
That's right.
YouTubers, we're here. We're here.
Right.
I can't compute. Okay.
It's easy. I mean, these are fun, but they're kind of easy because we don't really have to necessarily pay attention to something, listen to something like we react to most things, but I still like it. Because
and then we're telling you about us.
Yeah, and tell us about us, and it's easy to get the information out of you because you know you. So that's good, but this time I think you're up doing the questions, so I guess I'm prepared for these questions, okay? Now, just because you come to the question don't mean I've got to go first, but I will go first.
You go first.
Okay.
If I say.
Okay. I ain't got no problem with that. None at all. Let's go. Fire it up. Let's go. What's the first question?
But we want to do what?
Oh, yeah. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share and comment below. So let's go.
All right, I got two-part questions.
Two-part.
Kind of two-part. They're not really two parts, but I got two questions.
Two questions.
That I want to put in this video.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting enough, I'd like to know what you think with this question. Do you control technology?
Mm-hmm.
Or does technology control you?
Okay, now this question is asked of me then. And do I get to say what I think with you, or is this just strictly...
No, to you.
Okay. I mean, what I'm saying is I'm going to answer whether it controls me or I control technology. I'm saying, do I get to say what I think? Does it control you?
I gave you the question.
Okay. No, I mean, hopefully you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
So you get...
You throwing me under the bus.
Because you can do me if you want, but it's cool.
You ain't throwing me under the bus.
All right, here we go.
Because I think I know where you're going with that.
Clearly for me... And this is where I'm going to do a backdoor way of doing this.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No. I mean, it's part of my answer, so I got to do it.
No, it's...
Okay.
Do you control technology, or does technology control E?
Without a question, I control technology. When I say control it, I use it when it's need to be used. I don't get it to where... I feel I have to use it. It's just some of the things that people use technology for, I don't think they necessarily have to do. And then there's things that they should use technology and they don't. Because I don't think they're thinking about it. People ask me questions. I'm like, that's why what you have in your hand is a smartphone. Because it's smart enough to answer the question you just asked me.
Excuse me.
But I will answer it. And if I don't know it, I'll go to my smartphone and give you the answer. Which is fine. But I'm just saying, for me, I'm more or less that I look at technology, especially when you talk about a phone and with the information on the phone, the web, all that stuff. I look at it as an endless library where when something's asked, when I need to know something, I just go to that particular aisle, that particular shelf, pull off that book, get my answer. And that's how I deal with technology. And I put the book back and go. I don't stay in the library all day long. I don't look for, okay, I'm finished, let me go find another aisle. I don't do that. If I want to be entertained, there's an aisle for entertainment, I'll go to the entertainment aisle. But I don't feel like I have to do it, because we go out to eat sometimes. I see a table full of people, 4 people at the table, and none of them talking to each other, they're all on the phone. To me, that's technology controlling and not them controlling technology. That's just my opinion. So for me, it's easy. I control technology.
All right, so I'm going to answer that question. I feel like I control technology, but I think the technology does control me. Based on what, piggyback off of what you said, it's a open library. I tend to have to, not necessarily always want to, stay in the library. Sometimes I have to because there's a lot of stuff that I do or need to do or take care of that requires that technology. So, meaning back in the day where some of y'all don't know anything about phone books. We used to have phone books where you literally needed a phone book in every household. Every year would get delivered phone books that you would go through the phone book because you would be looking for a phone number.
Right.
To whether it was a restaurant, whether it was a hospital, whether it was a taxi, whatever, and then they had businesses. You needed a auto mechanic. You needed,
That was considered the yellow pages.
That was considered the yellow pages, right. So, where now with technology with our phones or computer, all you have to do is go to that level of technology to do your research. It makes it easier. Then you have games. Play games. Then you have different websites that you need to use for whatever reason.
Right.
In our case, with our son, now I have to look for caregivers. And then, just different things. Looking for a job. People use it for looking for a job. Me, personally, I rather get on, it's still technology, but I rather get on a computer rather than my phone. Because it's a bigger picture. It's just easier for me to see and more comfortable for me to go through.
When you was talking about the phone books and the yellow pages, I wonder, if there's been a big change in the names that businesses are named. Because back when they had the phone books, you had the yellow pages, everybody wanted to come up with a business to start with A. That's why you had a lot of ABC companies. Apex, they did it because that was the first thing. When you turn to plumbers, it starts in alphabetical order. So I always say try to get there because people usually, if they flipping through, they may only flip a couple pages. So if your plumbing company starts with P, they may never get to that. And that's different on now that we got technology because it's more geared on how many people are getting. It's like the people that get the most, they're going to be put up top. So they're going to get, so that's weird. I wonder that
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wonder if the names changed. The level A name companies have changed since the phone book kind of went away. So,
I don't understand how, if it was in alphabetical order, how did how did that get on top?
I'm saying on the phone book. Because when you get to the phone book and you look for a plumber, they'd have, I look for P section plumbers, and it's going to list them in alphabetical order. If your company is, Peterson Plumbing Company, and mine is Anderson Plumbing Company, they're going to go to mine
I
first.
See what you're saying. Okay,
and they might never get to yours. So a lot of people were named. That's why some of them were crazy. ABC Company or AAA Company, every start with an A, because they figured they might not get to further down.
The technology's come a long way, too, as well, because... Say you're looking for a plumber and you just put in plumber. I don't know any names of any plumbers. And then you put in plumbers and you get this long list of plumbers and then you get plumbers in other cities. And I was like, I want the plumber right here where in my area, But now it's more contingent to your area. So when you put it in, because I know when we're riding out of town and I pull up something, it will give me information for back home because that's how the phone sometimes it'll pick up first where you at. Sometimes you have to change it.
Yeah.
In some cases, or bookmark it.
No, I'm gonna put a bookmark in there for later on. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, that's my answer. It does. Technology does control me. I admit it. In TikTok, if you anonymous, So so it controls me.
And that's the thing about technology. A lot of people feel that you should be as enthused or into technology they are sometimes, or some people are the other way, just don't want nothing to do with technology. So
the older generation really is not.
I remember there was a guy, he didn't want to get his didn't want direct deposit because he's so used to checks. I said, you don't stand in line.
I fought that in the beginning.
But listen,
and that was way in the beginning. I'm just saying. I thought it, and I was like, because I like to be able to go to the bank and cash. I mean, I'm beyond that, way beyond that.
I mean,
but I'm saying, early in my workforce, when I first started working as a young adult, I was a check person.
I understand it, but I'm like this. You mean on payday I cannot come in and still get my money? Man, I was all over that. There was no doubt for me. Sign me up for that. I guess some people get caught in a little groove and they kind of...
Yeah, I'm nothing like that now.
Yeah, so...
No.
But, yeah.
Direct deposit. Can I split accounts? I'm just, that's how I am. I mean, I can put some money in this one and this one. And, I because now I don't have to come in to get my money, like you said. Then I don't have to run to the bank before they close. Yeah. So
that long line.
Or then you go to the check cashing place. Now I got to give you some of my money to cash my money, to get some money. It's like, it was crazy. All right, so I have a second part of this question. You ready for this one? I know what your answer is. Right. Because I know. Mm-hmm. So, are you are you a Apple cell phone? We're talking about cell phones, or Android person. Are you an Apple product or are you an Android product?
Okay. Now, I should have checked the time because I put a bookmark at the time. I'm going back to that bookmark and I'm pulling out and I'm saying, when she mentioned about traveling and hitting the phone and it gives her some locations, that's where I never had that problem with Android. It picks up right where I am. Okay. No.
Well, sometimes it does, but I'm saying no. Okay.
It does.
Sometimes it does, but if I pull up what's the weather, it's going to give me the weather back where we live.
Yeah, back. Yeah, I guess that's what Android gives you right then. But go ahead.
Okay, so I
don't really think that necessarily has. I was just really kidding. But I just brought that up. But that don't really have anything to do with Android or Apple. This is my feeling on that. Mm-hmm. Somebody, I guess, she should be more geared towards the Apple. But I think, far as who should be doing Apple, I think she's like in that lower part of the Apple. I think the people that should have Apple are those people that's really into... I just think that the average Apple person that has an Apple phone got it for the name, but they don't take advantage of what the Apple provides as much as they could.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Android, I think, is more like you just need to do some text.
So did you get my answer too? So you gave my answer too?
No. I'm just saying.
Because this was supposed to be your answer.
Yeah, my answer. I'm just saying. When I compare the two, I'm gonna go.
But you start talking about me.
Yeah, I'm just saying a person like you, because you said that technology control you. So I'm saying more of the people that's in that technology being controlled by that should go Apple, because Apple. I just think that the what you have at your access with Apple far exceeds what you have with an Android phone. And so a person that doesn't want to limit themselves technology-wise should go Apple. That's what I'm saying. But somebody that says, hey, I just want to talk on the phone, text, and do basic stuff, get on the internet, and maybe do a little bit more, they'll probably be fine with Android. So I'm just saying, there's other things you can do. And then when you start downloading apps, the only negative thing I would say about Apple is that whenever I pass the Apple store, it's always packed. And it's not usually packed with people that's buying. It's people with problems. That's the only thing that's weird about Apple.
Yeah, I disagree.
And now okay, I want you to get your answer, but I'm just saying.
You already gave my answer.
I've seen Apple.
You already gave my answer.
I've seen the Apple store packed.
What do you want?
It's packed, and most of the people are not buying. I ain't gonna say most of the people, but a large number of them are there because they got appointments, because they got issues. And I hear it all the time. I got to go buy Apple. I hear it all the time. I'm saying maybe it is a better product, but I think it puts it in a position where there's more problems, more issues for what the people want to do. So I'm just saying my thing is, for me, because I'm not in that category of taking it to that level, I don't need that broad spectrum of things to do phone-wise. I'm fine with it. I don't have to spend $800. I can just upgrade for, $29.99. So for me, Android is fine. Either one is fine, to be honest with you. I don't care if either one, but it's not worth spending 10 times or, even 20 times more for an Apple versus an Android. So if I had to pick, I'm going Android because to me, I get what I want. I can get out of either one of them. I'm going to go the cheaper route.
And it's funny because, he gave my answer, which is Apple.
No,
I'm an Apple person. I'm an Apple
Mm.
person. But with that being said, on being an Apple person, it's funny that he's saying he's going to go with Android. And he was always down in my phone. But when it comes time to videotaping or doing something, pull out your phone? Here, let's put it on your phone. And other's phone. I'm like, use your phone. No, use it on your phone. That's where we're at with that. Okay? So, but on the flip side, let me say I'm an Apple product, cell phone, for the simple reason that's the first one that I knew. Had I maybe tried Android first, I might be an Android person. Who's to say? I've never had an Android phone. So I, of course, I'm going to say Apple because I like Apple. But usage for technology, and like he said, I probably don't use it for the broad amount that product has in hold. I mean, the usage of it. I don't use it to its capacity. Yeah, I answer the phone. And, I don't, use it to its full capacity. I understand that. So, but I do use my phone a lot. I do get a lot out of my phone for what I do need it for, and it's almost like any phone is almost like a walking computer.
Right.
You carry around with you all the time. So, but maybe had I tried Android first, I might be an Android person. I have no idea. I've never used the Android. So I cannot really say. I've seen people that have used the Android, and when they had switched to Apple, they couldn't stand it, and they went back to Android, and vice versa. I've seen both sides. Me, I've only tried one side, so that's all I can speak on.
See, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, that's about, because to be honest with you, really it doesn't matter to me. It just boils down to when I put the checks, they all have the same amount of checks till it gets to the price. And so that's my deciding factor. If Apple was cheaper, I probably went with them. If what I wanted, I'd get out of both. That just, to me, that's just logical. But see, in here, I don't know what I don't know if what that was considered before. Maybe it's analog. I don't know. Those people that's into technology before, you had, back when you had did you have a Razor?
No,
you
that was
had
our
something.
son.
You had something else. You had.
It was the don't get me.
See, and I don't know. I don't know what that was back then. So I know you had a lot of phones before you went to Apple, but I don't know what that was or was it considered
BlackBerry?
BlackBerry. I don't know what those was considered. But I mean, once you moved up to the high tech, where you getting the pictures and the videos and all that stuff, I guess that's when you came in this thing with Android and Apple. So for me, I mean, you buy what you want. You be happy with what you want. But I think for Apple, people that buy Apple, I find buy Apple because it's Apple. Because when someone says,
I just said it's all I knew.
Yeah, I understand it, but you can learn about Android, but you're willing not to learn about Android.
Well, that's true.
And it costs you $800.
That's true.
That's my point. So I'm just saying, to me, that's not reasonable. The reason means, okay, I don't know. Let me learn. Hey, what I get out of this, I can get out of this. Why spend the $850? Why stand this long line? Why, rustle people in line? Why not just go right here down the line where I can upgrade for $29? Where I don't have to spend
$29.
I'm saying when you Android, you can do that. You can say
for $29.
$29. You just there's a price for people that's upgrading, and there's a price for people buying new. To upgrade a little bit, okay, that's what I'm saying. But instead,
I didn't know Androids cost $29.
The price, I'm saying the upgrade. So the price when you go to upgrade, you got to pay big money. But I'm just saying, my point is when you go there, you make those choices. For me, I could buy a brand new. Let's put it that way, I can get a brand new Android every year and still pay less than the person that get an Apple phone every 10 years. So to me, the math just makes sense to me. But like I said, there's people are going, man, Apple's this, Apple. I give Apple all the credit. Apple is a great quality piece of equipment. That phone, I have no issue with that. I'm just saying, for the uses that you use it, get your money's worth. If you only making phone calls and text messages, you shouldn't be on Apple.
Well, let me say this. I'm
I'm
not one to every time Apple comes out with a new phone, because I'm going to tell you, I'm not that way. So I got usage out of each phone that I've had from an Apple product. I went from a 6 to an 11. I didn't do any in between because...
In 10 years?
What?
In 10 years?
I don't know the time
That's what the cost is
span.
going to be. It's going to take you 10 years. 10 years of Androids that take you to...
Whatever. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying, I don't get on you. I'm just saying people buy what you want. Even if all you want to do is talk on the phone and you just like the way it feels in your hand, get what you want. Because it's your phone. You got to deal with that. I'm just saying, for me, it really doesn't matter. So when I check all the boxes, the only box I ain't checked in the Apple is
don't be
cost.
talking. That's a piece of junk.
No, I know. I'm just kidding about that. I just kidding about it. I don't want to go and try to defend, but there's reasons, and I'm not gonna go into it. I'll let you have your thing today. But there's a reason why we're using a phone. But we won't get into that. But I understand this is for the clicks and. I know this is just for you all, so I'm gonna buckle down or bow into. But
I'm gonna throw one more question in there.
One more.
What? This is a quick one.
All right.
You don't really have to elaborate on this. Okay, would you choose a Mac or Microsoft?
I've only used Microsoft, so I'm going to go with it because I'm familiar. But once again, to me, I think when it comes to technology, you can take the time to learn. So learning it wouldn't matter to me. It just come down to cost. Now, some people saying that, because I don't know I'm saying that, but some people that are on a Mac, that have been on Mac, say it's a lot difficult. And you got to stay with the products that deal with them, and you can't really go outside, and it's hard to get. They just says a little bit.
They have less viruses.
Yeah, but see, they have some things that go, okay, I'm going to go to Mac. Then they have some other things. So for me, I'm really up in the air. It's just what I'm comfortable with.
Either one is fine for me. I'd like to have a Mac. Never really, have had one. Not indirectly had one. But yeah, I prefer Mac. I mean, I would like to have a Mac, but Microsoft is fine for me. I can use either one. Okay,
all right. We stretched it a little bit, but that's okay. Y'all let us know. Hopefully, you don't have houses divided like us, where Android on one side and Apple on the other. But hey, still can make them phones. As long as you can call each other on the phone, it should be all right. I can text or whatever. But that's the good thing. It's like, I didn't get it. Maybe it's your phone. But anyways, y'all let us know what you think. But y'all make sure you comment below. And I do believe that's it.
That is it. Thanks for following Sunshine and E.